Please take a moment to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you receive all notifications, and then when you watch the video, please click the like button so we can fight the algorithm. For my Substack community, I will prepare an uncensored version of my videos for my Substack subscribers. So you just choose a subscription plan. It's just $5, enough for just a cup of coffee these days. There you will find uncensored versions of my videos, plus lengthy articles regarding the video. I'll take you step by step and explain what I'm not able to explain on YouTube on my Substack. If you don't want to pay a fee or hard up on cash these days, I suggest that you go over there and fill out the subscribe for free button. You can do that. You won't have access to my videos and articles, however, but it will be a way for me to keep up with you and make sure that my subscriber number matches the subscribers that I have over there. It'll just take you a few seconds, but I've gotten comments from my subs saying they've been unsubscribed from my channel. I've gotten comments saying that they've been unsubscribed several times. Help me keep my subscribers. Help me keep my subscribers who say they want to be subscribed. For free Substack subscribers, please go to the description box. I will have a link there. This is free, and this is a way you just fill out that portion with your email and your name if you like, and that way I can keep track of you and make sure none of you get unsubscribed without your permission. So go ahead and fill out the Substack link for free subscription. My thanks to you for going over there and subscribing for a free subscription. I will include a portion of each article that I post that you'll be able to read. At one point in the article will be a paywall and you won't be able to go beyond that point, but I'm still going to give you something to read and to learn about as a bonus for sharing your email with me to make sure that you don't get lost as a subscriber. I am also on Patreon. It's a little bit different over there. The articles can't include as much extras as I do on Substack, and I can't show a preview, but what I will put up on Patreon is the uncensored version of my videos and extra videos per month. When you go on Patreon, you'll see the paid membership tiers. I made it as cheap as $3 a month all the way to $10 a month. They all come with different features. I will still create videos over here. The videos over here on YouTube will be two different types of videos. One will be a censored video. Certain topics I can't talk about forthright. Number two, it will just be an uncensored video with no censorship and no decoder document. There are certain things that I'm able to show you here. Now that we've gotten the introduction out of the way for new visitors to my channel, let's go ahead and get into today's video. Please check in the description box for returning visitors to my channel, and I will put the time that the intro finishes so you can go straight to the video each time. So that will be in the description box and in the pinned comment at the top of the comment section. Katt Williams issues a warning to, quote, Hollywood deviants in 2024, but there is more.
Famous comedian Katt Williams recently set out to expose how these type of dynamics work in the industry.
I came in this business saying I was going to expose. When I talked about Michael Jackson, when I talked about R. Kelly, they canceled me for these things because why would you talk about another black dude? Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. Period. All of these big deviants.
I'm going to explain ahead of time what you're going to be seeing in this section. So he sits up at big and sits down at Deviance, he is coding specific words in what he is saying. He's using words and phrases that are all part of a specific Gematria puzzle that the initiated would understand very easily, as they understand what is hid in the sign language and body language of doing certain movements on words. So he says big deviance, but there's more. He shakes his head no at deviance because the rest of the coding is coming up shortly, and he will notify when that happens. He is going to start talking about the year 2024. He brought up Diddy. You guys remember Sean Combs and all of the media storm around that story regarding his girlfriend Cassie, who was pending a lawsuit against him for their freak off sessions. And there's more to that, and I'm going to include that later. This is part of one big coding story, which is why Katt Williams, a fake truther, is using the coded words that will connect to the Diddy story. He mentions the big deviants or the wicked in Hollywood and mentions guys' names, and Diddy is one of them. The reason is Diddy is 311 in Gematria. 311 can be substituted for March 11 as a Gematria date. Let us keep in our minds 311 equals Sean Combs, that's Diddy, and 2024.
Is all catching hell in 2024.
Catching hell is actually equal to a very important date that equals 224. It's something that happened starting in 2019 and 2020. I cannot mention it in this video, but I have prepared a very long, very lengthy Substack article that goes into great depth about this topic, and the link to the Substack, lengthy article and videos that are in the article will be provided in the description box. There's just so much in this that I cannot say in a video posted on YouTube. So that's why I actually created Substack, so that I could still share this information with those of you who are interested. The full article with videos is in the description box, the link. Free subscribers get to read a portion of the article, and I have created quite a big portion. My previews are pretty loaded with info for you guys.
These big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. Is all catching hell in 2024.
We have the 4th anniversary of the Divoc demic pan coming up, and that is what he is talking about. Catching hell equals 224. Go to gematrix.org and see what also equals 224.
It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TGJ, sending up the art. In 2024, it's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TGJ. Any of all lies will be exposed. That's all.
So I want you to remember a few things of all the words that he's saying. He said big, sat up a little, said deviance, shook his head no, and sat down. The reason is he is doing a word puzzle. He is talking about 2024 and is encoding March 11. Watch for all of those words next, and I'll show you how it's encoding March 11. He shook his head no on deviance. He then says all lies, and there's a reason for all of that. Let's watch the segment and then decode it. Look out for all the big words: big, deviance, lie, Diddy, which is Sean Combs, which equals 311.
A girl's miniskirt in public. Famous comedian Katt Williams recently set out to expose how these type of dynamics work in the industry.
I came in this business saying I was going to expose. When I talked about Michael Jackson, when I talked about R. Kelly, they canceled me for these things because why would you talk about another black dude? Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. Period. All of these big deviants.
He says big, deviance, shook his head no.
Is all catching hell in 2024.
Catching hell equals 224. Something else equals 224.
It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you did.
Sean Combs is Diddy. Sean Combs equals 311. That's important.
Or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies.
And then he says the word lies. Remember back when he said deviance, he shook his head on S. That's because the word puzzle, you need to subtract the S from lies, okay? He means big lie plus something else. And no, both equal 90. That's why he shook his head no as he was saying deviance.
Will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light. The truth is the light.
He actually says the truth is the lie, not the light. There is no GHT sound at the end.
Satan can't. The truth is the light. The truth is the lie.
There's a reason for this. I will explain later. He used the same exact coding that was in the Sean Combs and Cassie story. The truth is the lie equals one of the same phrases that they used in that story. These two stories are part of one big coding story, and I will show you that later. But first, let's go over the codes for all of the words that he just used, and I will explain why he used them and what they are coding. Okay, here we go with the Gematria explanation. He said deviance. Right before that, he said big, and then he used the word lies. Okay, March 11 big lie equals 949. That equals deviance. Their audience was supposed to know that he was coding this way by using Sean Combs. Sean Combs, Diddy, Sean Combs is his real name, equals 311. So that equals March 11. It stands for March 11. That is why that was coded that way.
Big Deviance is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is, TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light. The truth is the light.
Okay, so let's just give it a rundown of the phrases he used as he went along. Okay, first he said big, and then he sat up a little bit, and then he said deviance, all the while shaking his head. I'll explain why in just a second. Okay, later on he talks about 2024. He mentions Diddy. There's a reason why he mentions Diddy. Sean Combs is Diddy's name, which equals 311. Within the code for deviance equals all of the words that he was using in the segment. All of the coded words that he sat up and motioned at. So we're going to start with deviance. Deviance equals 949. Why did he use that? Well, the initiated know really well how Gematria works. March 11 plus big lie. Why not lies, you ask? Because he was shaking his head no as he was saying deviance. S equals no. This is like a Gematria puzzle. They do it this way so that you can't really put the puzzle together unless you're one of them and you know what they're doing. But I've studied and observed them, and I know what they're doing. Because I grew up with sign language, I know body language really well. And if I just slow something down, they do it really fast, you see, and that's why no one notices. No one has ever noticed. But they do it really fast. Your mind cannot process it regular speed. It has to be slowed down. It has to be loaded into a timeline program for you to see the intentional movements that they're making. It's literally faster than your brain can process. It's a scary thing to think that they're able to think and speak and sign and use their body faster than normal people's brains can process it. That's a scary thought. Alright, so March 11, big lie. We didn't include the S because S and no equals the same thing. So we're leaving the S off of lies. Equals 949. March 11, big lie. Remember, he sat up a little bit when he said big. He made a hand sign saying, all lies. Okay, so he motioned at lies. He motioned at every single one of these words. March 11, big lie equals 949. 949 equals deviance. So you see how he is coding that, right? The reason why he threw out Diddy is so that they could figure this part out, March 11, big lie. Because Sean Combs equals 311, March 11. So it's all there. The recipe is all there for everything that he just said to decode what deviance actually meant. He's talking about he's talking about 2024. There was another phrase that he used that equals 224, which is catching hell. 224. You're going to have to look at the decoder that's in the description box. Anaerobic equals 224. So this is backwards. So that was denoting, hey, I'm talking about anaerobic. That the first date of it was 3/11/2020. So what he is talking about in this segment is March 11. He's talking about the anaerobic Gematria, which started March 11, 2020. He is talking about 2024 and catching hell. And he's talking about it's all coming for them in 2024. Something's up. Something's up because the Sean Combs story that had to do with his ex-girlfriend Cassie 11 years ago. I'll tell you why. I'll show you why. 11 years ago, Cassie was his girlfriend, sued him for some behavior. The whole story was a code, which I'll show you. This coding story, Katt Williams and Sean Combs and Cassie both belong to one big story, as I will show you. So next time we're going to go over the Cassie story. Okay, they chose her name for a reason. Her name equals 198. 198 signals to them, plus they used Sean Combs. Okay, Sean Combs equals 311, which equals March 11. They're using that as a substitution to point to March 11. It just stands for March 11. It's like a date, 311, March 11. Cassie equals a time period that I'm going to show you right now. And then I'm going to show you next time what the Cass Sean Combs story really meant. It was a coding story. It ties to what we just saw here, March 11 with 2024, which is the 4th anniversary of Divoc Pan coming up. So we're going to go over that next time. But let me just show you this really quick. Alright, so I'm not going to be very explicit here with what I say, as I can't. But first we're going to start out with one point here. 9/11/2001, Twin Towers fall. Go 22 years. That lands us at 9/11/23, the 22nd year anniversary of. Alright, so that's 3/11/20 is 42 months to the 22nd anniversary of 9/11/23. We know how important 11, 22 are and 33 are for them, right? Alright, so it just so happens that March 26, 2024 is the 4th anniversary, and this is all I'm going to say. I'm sure all of you will be able to recognize what I'm saying. 060606 was filed on 3/26. That's 198 days. Cassie equals 198. Beast equals 198. You see how that's all laid out there. It's not a coincidence that the 22nd year anniversary of 9/11 is exactly 42-month period from when the Divoc demic pan began on March 11, 2020. And then we have this big coding story leading up to 3/11, which is going to be talked about next time, but this is where Cassie fits into the story right here. The 198 code. It had to do with 9/11/23 when they showed the segment that talked about on, I think it was E or one of those segments, they said that Cassie was Sean Combs' girlfriend 11 years ago. 11. So this story is all about this time frame and what's coming up in 2024. It has to do with the beast. Beast equals 198. Cassie equals 198. The beast equals 311. Sean Combs equals 311. Alright, so we're going to continue this story in the next video. This is part 1. Thanks for watching. The links will be in the description box. I will put the link for the timeline in the description box. Please like, hit the bell, and subscribe if you'd like to see this information again. Also, don't forget, you can put your email and you can become a free subscriber in Patreon and Substack. That way I'll get your email and I'll have a list of emails and I'll know and be able to compare to make sure that they're not just randomly unsubscribing you. And I will regularly send an email out so that you can go be reminded to go and check my channel to make sure that you're still subscribed. It will give you a reminder to go ahead and subscribe again to my channel so that you're not unsubscribed. Some people are unsubscribed either once or multiple times. So that is my solution to that problem. You guys have a great day or evening, and I will check with you next time. Thank you for watching.
But draw near hither, ye sons of the sorceress, the seed of the adulterer and the whore. Against whom do ye sport yourselves? Against whom make ye a wide mouth, and draw out the tongue? Are ye not children of transgression, a seed of falsehood?
All of these big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of